Hello guys, what's going on? It's your favorite animate. Hope you guys are doing well, and if not, then just watch some anime or read some manga because it really helps. Today we are doing a Black Clover chapter review, and I gotta say this Black Clover chapter has been an inspiring one. I wouldn't say it's as hype as the previous chapter, because I'm a Yuno fan and obviously I liked the previous chapter more where Yuno saves Asta. But I'll take nothing away from this chapter, it was amazing and I've found some new respect for Asta. You know, he's stuck to his guns, and also yeah, Black Clover just constantly keeping up that level that we need it at. This chapter, and as a matter of fact, ever since Lucifer has arrived, Asta has just stepped up his pen game to a next level. Like Black Clover was really good every chapter every week, but these chapters have got me at the edge of my seat. The gist of the chapter was, if not anything else, I'd call it stupid but also inspiring. But anyway, we'll talk about that soon, so without further ado let's get into the chapter. So the title of the chapter is called Excuses. Black Clover chapter 321 starts off with Sekke looking scared as shit, providing a brief summary of the events from his perspective. He goes on to say that there is no way they can win against Lucifer if even the strongest of the strong couldn't even scratch him. Basically your everyday damsel in distress. But he then goes on to wonder how Yuno is standing up to him. Listen to me Sekke, this man is the GOAT, so of course he's gonna stand up to him. We then see a glimpse of Dan Morris, simp nature, rubbing off on Lucifer, as he tells Yuno to give Asta to him. I'm not gonna lie, but that's a bit sus from the King of Devils.
You sussy baka!
But anyway, he proceeds to attack Yuno in what seems to be, and I can only refer to it as a bitch slap. He wanted to slap him back to life, back to reality, like soul to soul. Like he's probably thinking like, let me humble this guy. Like, did Yuno not see what his compatriots got from this dude earlier? How's he gonna go toe to toe with the King of Devils like that? So that was my thought process last chapter. Like, we've seen all the strong people excluding William fight this guy, and each one of them were just getting slapped. I'm glad it wasn't the Yuno pack that a lot of fans were expecting. I'm happy about that. But anyway, back to the bitch slap. So he goes to like take the guy's head off, but little does he know my guy Yuno's got some moves of his own, because he immediately goes into his spirit dive form and uses conjunction to evade him before going on the offense and actually landed a hit on Lucifer. But this attempt however was futile, as Yuno realizes he can't cut him and that it's far different from Zenon. Like, Lucifer is just built differently. I like this approach because guys, what we gotta realize is that Yuno is the deuteragonist of the series, so it's obvious that he can't look weak, and I think Asta did a good job of showcasing Yuno's strength as well as maintaining Lucifer's overwhelming power. Luckily he isn't alone, because another GOAT, one of the top tier wifes, show up. None other than the badass lioness Mereoleona. Like, let's all give our props to Mereoleona, man. Like, all of these captains have gotten a spanking from the King of Devils, herself included, and this thing ain't even two-sided, like their one-shot wins. But despite all those beatdowns, she's the only one out of all those captains to get back up and go again. I like that. I like that fighting spirit. So before everyone goes, that's my MC or who doing it like my GOAT, just know who did it first. Let's get that right. So anyway, Mereoleona gets up and is helping Yuno out, which makes perfect sense because narrative-wise Yuno can't stand toe-to-toe with Lucifer by himself power scaling-wise, because if he puts up a fight he's on another level, and if he gets clobbered early then who else is there left? So it was good of Mereoleona to help out her future wizard king, I mean Yuno. I also wanted to say that we've had many of team-ups through the years of Black Clover. You know, we've had Aluk and Magna, the Yami and Asta. Heck, we've even seen Kirsch and Magna, but Yuno and Mereoleona is the team-up we didn't think we needed, but 100% glad it happened. I just like this short brief chemistry of the two. Lucifer acknowledges that Mereoleona is getting stronger, obviously due to her Hellfire incarnate, which raises her strength the longer the fight goes on. Mereoleona is such a GOAT. So as the two are teaming up to fight Lucifer, we return to some more narrative from Sekke where he recognizes that Yuno is of a different class than him.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Saying how even though they took the exams the same time, he's just on another level. He's able to move thanks to his magic, and yeah, just in general a big reality check for Mr. Sekke. He then returns to his usual goofball self and wishes to flee along with Mimosa. My man thinks he got a shot with Mimosa. I'll give him props for the confidence, but she was not feeling the same way. My girl isn't even looking this man's way and even tells him to shut up when he questions her actions.
Shut your stupid...
We then get a bit of words from best girl Mimosa, who says how she wishes to flee with Asta, but she knows that it wouldn't be his wish. This is where the chapter gets different for me. Never in a million chapters did I ever think we would be getting some Sekke backstory. Like, this man was a whole gag at this point. used just for jokes, but I like the route that Tabata-sensei went with this. Sekke grew up with a superiority complex where he was surrounded by people below him and praising him. Early days of his life he thought he was the shit basically, but then he reminisced a lot about Asta ever since their meet up at the exams. He blames Asta for all the bad things that have happened in his life ever since they met, but he also remembers Asta encouraging him when he was at a low point in life and how Asta acknowledged him at the exam by calling him strong. My guy is thinking deeply about everything that has transpired since the exams and how those he once looked down upon, i.e. the two peasants from Haj village, namely Asta and Yuno, but more importantly Asta, how strong he's become. We then return to Mimosa, who realizes she doesn't have enough magic to heal Asta, which inevitably destroys the healing spell over him, leaving Mimosa disheartened. Asta, bruised and battered, without any signs of energy, gets up. He thanks Mimosa. Mimosa tries to call out for him, telling him he's in no condition to fight. Her voice can no longer reach out to him. In one final attempt, Mimosa begs Asta to not die, as tears run down her face. Sekke is in awe of Asta, questioning why is he standing up, what can he do in his state when the captains couldn't even do a thing. Asta does not hear him, he keeps on walking. Sekke then reminisces one more time on his life since the exams, and tears also run down his face as he sees Asta's chivalry, questioning himself on why he didn't get stronger. The chapter ends with Asta saying, "You know, I'm on my way." For those that know me know I'm not the biggest Asta fan, but man is he inspiring. He takes me back to those Rock Lee days. Do you guys remember those? Asta reminding us that he was indeed born with magic, and that magic is to never give up. Okay, now prediction time. What do I think is gonna happen in the next chapter? Well, I hate to say this. It really pains me to say this, but I think we'll be getting a death next chapter. And although I do not want this to happen and some part of me hopes it doesn't, I believe that Yuno will die in the next chapter. How I think it'll happen? I think Yuno is gonna parallel Zenon. We know that Zenon and Yuno share similarities. A close similarity is the best friend promise. Zenon was not able to protect his friend, which led to his death. Yuno, I believe, when Lucifer is gonna get free from Mereoleona's and his clutches, is gonna go after Asta and finish him off, but Yuno will protect us to jump in front of him, dying with a smile on his face. That's it for the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you liked anything I had to say, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, leave a comment down below on how you think this chapter was and your predictions for the next one. Until next time, this has been your Animate, and over to you, Sayaka.
ありがとうございます。